Food tour na kami. Good morning! Ready na yung tummy namin. Yay!
As usual, yung tour magsa-start siya sa statue in front of the El Floridita bar. And it's perfect kasi we live just 2 blocks away from that sa O'Reilly Street. Medyo konti lang yung mga tao ngayon. 4 lang kami. I was expecting more pero okay na rin. So the food tour has started. Our first stop should be coffee. Kasi kailangan ko na ng kape. I'm gonna have Cuban coffee. Joy doesn't drink coffee. Ang ininom namin, coffee dapat, pero it turns out na it's a cocktail drink early in the morning. Coffee, condensed milk, and rum. Lots of it. So, on an empty stomach, not exactly an ideal start, but a good start. Next up namin, kakain kami ng Cuban pizza. Something na hindi namin pinapansin before kasi nga pizza, it's Italian. Pero it's a thing here. It's an inexpensive option. We got the chorizo pizza in this place and we'll try it out. Turns out, we like their pizza too. It's not crispy. Pero the chorizo gives a nice flavor. Dun sa restaurant na pinuntahan namin, we ate 3 things. Sandwich Cubano, maliit na hamon with cheese and then a bit of tomato. The second one is croquettes. The other one is a plantain-based snack. Ang tawag malanga. Masarap siya. Mas favorite ko yung malanga na dinidip mo in honey kaysa dun sa croquettes na nakadip sa mayo. So now this is our last stop. Ice cream. Helado.
Yung ice cream flavor na napili ko is condensed milk. Usually nilalagay natin sa leche flan, sa pandesa. Ice cream flavor for a change. Wow! Interesting. Interesting flavor. Condensada.
Ito na pala yung last stop, hindi yung ice cream. Yung last stop namin, churros. And si Joy ayaw magpaawat. So she ordered churros with chocolate on top.
Flavor, right? I love them. They taste the best here. Would you want chocolate? I love them. You can buy here different kind of fruits. The mangoes, if you want, you can buy it here. They have a really fresh product. Yeah. So if you want to try, you can take some pictures.
Is it private market?
They rent the place, but yeah, they have private business inside. That's why the prices are high. But for example, if you buy fruits and vegetables or potato, whatever, in this place for the state, they only have the same products in all the parts of the market.
So this is a private market, sabi nga niya kanina, and ang daming supply. You know, things that you take for granted on a day-to-day basis, you find that some people find it luxurious in other parts of the world. Like this one. Sa mga public markets, siguro 2 lang daw ang available or 3 lang available na goods. And you have to go to the private markets now to get what you need. And the private markets are really expensive. So again, another thing that we take for granted here is the availability and the price of the goods. And we thought we had problems.
These are mangoes are not that big. Mango from Cuba. So huge.
Gabi. We call it gabi. Gabi sa'yo. This is, ang galing. Dinip-fry nila tong gabi. Mame, it's a fruit na hindi pa namin nakita before. Look.
Oh, it's like papaya? No.
Irog, try it.
It's different, but it's good.
Para siyang siko. No! Kamote.
No!
Lasang sweet potato na malambot. Parang nilagyan ng kamote. It tastes like boiled sweet potato. It tastes like sweet potato when you boil it. Nice. Oh. Mame. Oh, I love mame. Malta. So it's the thing that becomes the beer, which they serve kasi they produce the beer in-house.
I should have ordered with condensed milk. Ang sarap.
So we're finished with the tour. Our next stop will be 2 hours later. Magre-revolution tour kami at 3:30. In the meantime, we'll probably rest. See ya. Hello! And we're back dito sa statue ulit sa tapat ng La Floridita. Magtutour ulit kami and the same tour guide na kasama namin kahapon, kasama namin ngayon. So we'll be taking the revolutionary tour. We'll learn about the history of the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro, Che Guevara.
You probably all heard about Cuban Revolution. It's internationally known as this campaign that happened in the 50s, led by Fidel Castro, this guerrilla war that they did against the dictatorship, a very, very bad dictatorship that we had in the 50s here in Cuba. But when you study it as a Cuban person, since you're very, very little, elementary school, they tell you about the Cuban revolutionary process as a much longer process that goes all the way back to the independence wars against Spain.
So this is the public market kung saan nirarasyon yung mga pagkain. If you wanna buy something, bibigyan ka lang ng package, so around 15 pesos. Sobrang mura, pero you get only entitled to several kilos of rice, maybe a small meat, whatever's available, nirarasyon siya sa population. And you can only get it for a certain price. And it's good kasi it's cheap, but then it's quite limited to what's available. Kasi nga, nagkakaroon ng rasyon because of the embargo ng US sa kanila. So kung wala kang extra income, and you're earning on an average of $25 a month, ito lang ang kaya mong i-afford. You get 15 eggs, several pounds of rice as a rasyon mo. Ang isang problema ng system of government ng Cuba is you don't get rewarded for hard work. So whether sobrang sipag ka na doktor or whether tamad ka, you will still be able to get the rations. Relatively, there's not much difference as far as income is concerned. So yun yung sinasabi niya, one of the reasons na nagpe-fail sila at the moment is that people don't have enough motivation. Katulad ng sinasabi niya, if you go to a public restaurant, a government-owned restaurant, they don't give you great service because they'll get their salary anyway. Pero if you're in a private establishment, they have every incentive to work hard and to get rewarded. You know?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hindi ka mag-exert ng extra effort under their current system kasi you don't get rewarded. You end up the same unless you become a private enterprise. And I think that's one of the challenges of socialism, which is how do you encourage competition and reward people who do exceptionally well. Oops, alis na kami. Isa sa pinaka-weird na nakita ko rin is dun sa rasyon nila, sige, limitado yung pagkain pero may ram tsaka may cigarettes. I guess it's okay kasi it provides you some pleasure in life. I mean, limited yung food eh.
70 UP.
Kita mo yan? That's the head office of Bacardi Rum. It originated in Cuba and the government seized it. So ngayon, ang nangyari is Bacardi left and put their offices elsewhere while sinis nila yung factory, and now yung same Bacardi factory is being used to produce Santiago del Ronde, Cuba. This is exactly one of the reasons we wanted it to be here. Everything is so new. Yung history nila, their struggle with socialism, it's an eye-opener of sorts, and it's also giving us new information na wala kami before. It's not easy taking care of all these people. And socialism is one way, but there are challenges to it. There are consequences to it. So it's not a perfect system. As you can see, even here, while housing is free and a lot of things are free, as far as quality of life is concerned, compared with the rest of the world, it's not that great. But then again, they still try to make it work. And what the tour is telling us is that the US has had numerous instances of aggression against Cuba because of their own interests. Hindi magandang tingin ng mga tao dito sa US, mainly because they see the US as an imperialist country, the one that wants to control and dominate other countries and have control sa mga desisyon ng mga gobyerno ng mga independent na bansa.
Learning a lot about revolutionary history.
In some parts of the country, you'll feel like you're traveling back in time. Bakit? Kasi in the midst of colonial buildings, may makikita kang mga kotseng luma na dadaan sa harap. It makes you think, oh, anong year na ako? Tignan ko nga sa Google. Ay, walang internet. One benefit na kinento nila sa amin ng tour guide is that they have 0% literacy rate dito sa bansa nila. So everybody knows how to read and write because of the campaign to get educated. Mandatory sa kanila hanggang grade 9, level 9 na mag-aral. And then if you want to go to university, it's all free. So the tour took us to a place that the Strawberry Tour support. And what they do is they offer services. They teach children, senior citizens, and young adults the arts, languages, and it's a non-profit organization. So it's one of the initiatives of the tour agency. So every time you go and you give a tip dito sa mga free walking tours, under Strawberry Tours, a portion of that amount will go to support that organization. Really nice initiative. And nagaganda ng mga gawa ng mga estudyante na artwork na pwede mong bilhin and to support them as well. And we are now in the Capitolio. Ingay, no? Nandito kami sa El Floridita Bar. It's marked by Esquire as one of the 7 greatest bars in the world. And this is the birthplace of the Cuban cocktail Daiquiri. Sobrang sikat niya and dito siya nag-start mismo. This is ground zero for Daiquiri. Punong-puno ng tao dito. Isa pa kung dahilan kung bakit siya sikat. This is one of Ernest Hemingway's favorite bars nung nandito siya sa Cuba. And sobrang popular niya. They named the drink after him. It's called Papa Hemingway. And not only that, may statue siya dito. Maingay siya, tsaka punong-puno ng tao, specifically because of those two reasons. And ngayon, we have to do it. It's a touristy thing.
Isa sa mga favorite daiquiri.
So nag-order siya ng mango and I ordered the classic daiquiri.
Ulala.
What I've noticed is yung mga cocktails dito sa Cuba, medyo strong yung ginagawa nila, no? Medyo matapang, they're very liberal with their rum. And imbis na mani, plantains yung pulutan na binibigay nila. So I could finally say na nakainom ako sa place kung saan na-invento ang daiquiri. And now the music is kicking in. And as usual, it's now Cuban Party! Dinner fail so far. Nahanap namin yung restaurant ang tawag Mama Ines because it's run by Chef Erasmo. Chef Erasmo is the ex-chef of Fidel Castro. Unfortunately, sarado na yung restaurant niya. But we found a guy na nakatira dun sa old restaurant niya. Sabi niya pumunta kami sa Plaza Vieja and we should try this restaurant. So we're checking it out now. Ito yung nire-recommend ng tao kanina and palagi namin nakikita to. We feel like it's a touristy place but it seems it's serving Cuban food. It's a nice day. So hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to continue but for now we're happy. We will eat some Cuban dinner and we'll see you tomorrow. Subscribe kayo ha! We're here at the viewpoint. Umalis kami ng maaga kanina.
Magkatanghalian kami sa isang restaurant na farm to table.
We plant tobacco in the field and in February we harvest.